Last take.
Yo, dude, you got that new VPN?
Yeah, check it out.
Oh, sweet. Can you use YouTube? You're under arrest.
Wait, what did we do?
You know VPNs are illegal. I'm taking you in.
We need to VPN this oppression. The comedy police! The joke's too funny!
Can't go back to jail!
Alright. Hi, I'm Sean, and welcome to my talk about VPNs. First of all, I don't think any students were using VPN with malicious intent. The problem was that most students were just uneducated on what they are and how they work. The EBSCO glossary defines VPNs as software that allows secure, remote access to a network from outside the organization. Basically, instead of signing onto the internet and getting assigned an IP by your ISP, it sends your data through an encrypted tunnel that hides your device and information. Without being assigned an IP, phones and computers can't get targeted by things like the school Wi-Fi block, which was the main reason we used VPNs. With them, music, video, news sites, social media, everything was on the table again. However, most VPNs don't hide your identity very well. Rather than keep you hidden for the entirety of your data's journey through the internet, it only keeps you encrypted from your device to the modem, and no further. In addition, most VPNs don't talk about their ability to identify you, because some of them require that you put in your personal information like name and modem number. Cook writes, with but a few exceptions, such as Iran, VPN use is legal everywhere in the world. Furthermore, there are no restrictions in place on how you can use your VPN service. In addition, a lot of paid VPNs had various methods to secure your identity while connected to them. However, paid for isn't a word high schoolers can relate to much. Rather than use reliable, computer-based VPNs, most of us just downloaded some free software on our phones that claimed to be a VPN. Some of them worked, and some of them corrupted our phones, but that's aside now. In the end, it's not going to matter whether we can bring back VPNs. They were too unpredictable, too unreliable, and the laws surrounding them were too cloudy. Guess I don't need these anymore. Anyway, the solution wasn't obvious at first. There needed to be a way to broaden what students can view on the internet without unreliable means like VPN. Then the answer came to me. Barracuda! For those who don't know, Barracuda is the software that the school uses to control access to websites, applications, and Web 2.0 platforms based on users, group, time, bandwidth, and other criteria. Basically, it can block anything from specific sites to entire groups of sites. Here's why Barracuda isn't working as intended, though. Matt writes in the HB Student Handbook that the purpose of the SAU 41 computer network is purely educational. Barracuda would have us believe different, though, completely blocking numerous research sites, current event news, and historical backgrounds, including videos. It even requires a student username and password to look at itself, the school website, and word reference. In addition, people who aren't from the school but still have to use the internet to teach, like my driver's ed instructor, can't get on any site that isn't strictly allowed by the internet, meaning I often have to log on for him so he can teach. Also, Barracuda blocks a lot of apps that have their own strict policies against violence, nudity, and other mature content, like Instagram and Roll20. Ironically, however, one of the social media sites they don't have blocked is Tumblr, an app that has no such policy and can show anything. In conclusion, this obviously proves that whoever decides what sites to block and what sites to allow is basically throwing darts at a board, with no actual intent to uphold the computer guidelines and block sites that need to be blocked, and now we see why students turn to VPNs. I need to cool down. Now, let's see what we can do to fix the hole that VPNs left. While researching Barracuda, I came upon a number of different ways the administrator can revise what sites are allowed by the software. I believe that with responsible students using the sites they're allowed to, and responsible staff upholding the handbook rules, we can tighten up what the Wi-Fi allows students to view. Currently, Barracuda stops important research in school and has students suspending their own accounts in an attempt to bypass this, but it doesn't have to be like that. When students got tired of the fact that music, research sites, videos, social media, and even other apps were blocked by the Wi-Fi, they took it into their own hands and used VPNs to unblock the Wi-Fi themselves. Unfortunately, most students don't know how bad or unsafe the softwares they were using were, and they could have caused a lot of damage if the school hadn't found out and put a stop to it. That's why broadening the Wi-Fi would work so well. I propose that we implement some sort of system that allows students to request for certain sites, apps, and other media to be unblocked, and clean up our school Wi-Fi. Thank you. In the library, there's a sign that says student plus VPN equals disabled account, and you don't need to be a mathematician to figure that one out.
Comedy police!
The joke's too funny!
Somebody once
end this oppression.
Take 3.
Are you ready?
You guys voted for me and Matthew for Rex?
Of course.
Vote for me.
Yeah, we're not here recording.
Yo, dude, you got that new VPN?
Yeah, check it out.
Oh, sweet. Can you use YouTube? Under arrest.
Broke the door.
Please make it for real.
Oh yeah.